Hello YouTube, thank you for clicking on this video. Let us see how to draw this beautiful eye for beginners and kids. So to start with, we start with the eyebrow. So as you can see, I'm taking it as uphill towards my right, and then I'm not doing it a perfect semicircle. I'm taking it till the up and then just sliding it down a little bit. So it gives the natural effect of an eyebrow. So no eyebrow is perfectly semicircle. And next, when I start making the hairs on that eyebrow, as you can see, I'm starting to draw the hairs in C shape, like a little C on the line, the baseline what I've created. I'm just going on creating the C shapes that gives the effect of the real hair. So let us continue doing this until we reach the uphill. And make sure when you're doing this, slowly you bend your C shape towards the uphill and lessening the curve. So this will give the effect the bend the hair has on the real eyebrow. So the hair is not C till the uphill. In the beginning it's C, then again it bends towards the uphill slowly. And also, as you observe, the starting of the eyebrow is a little bit thicker, and then as I reach the top, I'm making it a little bit sleek, and then when I'm on the top, I stop making C shapes and I just slide the hair down, 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 downhill. So these are the small hairs on the eyebrow, and just give a smooth finishing there. So let me just darken my base a little bit so it looks natural. This should not be a tough part to do. Let me give a shape for my eyebrow now. So this really looks authentic because you can see the hair and you can see the uphill and the sliding towards the right. Let me put a little bit shade over there so all the patches can be covered and it looks natural. Now let's get into the part of eye. So to draw an eye, just remember how we used to draw fish in our childhood. Don't make a semicircle, pull it up same way like how I did for eyebrow, but make sure you maintain the starting and the ending of the eyebrow is in the same line. Give a small C shape here. So that's the corner of your eye. From there you start drawing the bottom of your eye. Again, make sure you don't make a perfect circle or something like that. Just make a slow bend and don't make it too big or don't make it too small. This is kind of average. And once you're here, start drawing the skin on your eyes. It's just a layer which is like just I don't know what to say, but it's kind of just blend that line parallel to the line below. Yeah, that's what I was searching for. I forgot the word parallel, you know. So just reach at the corner. Let's leave it there for now. I'll get into that and at the ending. And do a small C shape here because your eyeballs are not till the corner of the eye. Let's start making the hair, eyelashes. So make a small curve, pull it upwards. This looks better. And towards when you start, you make it little smaller, and when you come towards a little bit on the uphill side, make a little bit bigger eyebrow, and don't make it bigger eyelashes till the end. When you move towards the end, you need to slow down. You need to make smaller ones because you don't have very big eyelashes. You don't have very big hair at the corner of your eye. It's always in the middle of the eye. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. It should get a little curvy, so once you're reaching the corner of the eye, make sure you're making small hairs. I'm just giving a little bit touch up here to make it look natural. Yes. Now let's concentrate on the bottom one here too. So don't make it too big, don't make it too dark. Just give them some space between them and make it a little smaller one. And always remember this one thing for the beginners: the bottom eyelashes are always smaller than the top one. So if you draw both at the same length, it doesn't look natural. And as you reach the corner, blend it, make it a little slow, make it a little small ones. Now let's get into the main part of drawing the pupil. So the pupil is always a little bit covered on the top from the eyelashes, and at the same time when you come down at the bottom, don't make it look the perfect circle, the entire circle visible. Always the pupil is a little bit covered on the top with the eyelashes, and the bottom one it's almost circle, but make sure it is touching the bottom of your drawing where you have done the eyelashes. Don't make the complete circle visible, and make sure the borders are a little bit darker. I'm just playing here a little bit with the shading because it just makes me feels good. And now let's concentrate on the center of this pupil where we have a black dark circle. So this is very important in this drawing. So when you do this, make sure you color it dark and make sure you do it in circular shapes. You darken that in circular shapes because these minute things matters in drawing. Give it a nice circle shape. I thought of adding a reflection, but it was not looking that great, so I just covered it up now. And since you have eyelashes on the top, there's gonna be a little bit of shadow on the pupil now on your eyeball. So give it a slight shadow and then start making your pupil darker at the corners. Make it darker because always remember when the light falls on the eye from the front, so the corners of your pupil will look darker, the middle of your eye will look a little bit lighter. So let us assume there's a small reflection in the eye here. So let us do some random shape, and we're not gonna touch that shape inside that shape. Just play around that. Just make some nice shading, making sure that corners are darker, and as you come in between, in the middle of the eyeball, your drawing is lighter. So don't do shading inside the reflection. So let the reflection stand out, so let it be. Always when you're coloring the eyeball, the pupil, always follow the pattern, follow the circular pattern. Yes. So I'm just blending the corners and make it look a little thick dark, and just making sure the middle of the eye is dark as well. Now just pull some lines like some rays coming out of the sun, just like that. This gives a very good effect on the eye. Just pull it all over, making sure don't pull the line on your reflection. Yeah, that's your reflection part. So slowly follow the pattern of your circular and cover the eyeball, and a very slight touch. I'm not doing it dark, I'm doing it very slight touch, and as I come at the corner I make it a little bit dark. So this gives some kind of 3D effect. And play with your lines now. Just spread the lines, just give the small strokes down like the center point, and the lines are spreading from there. Make sure you don't overdo it. I'm just touching my pencil very lightly. So I want to make sure this looks good, and give one more touch on the eyelashes, because now that you have done all the shadow and the pupil point, so the eyelashes, if you put one more line, it's gonna look like some layering. The pupil is inside the eyelashes. Looks cool. And I'm just playing with those hairs, so it makes look natural. You observe that in the middle I make long hair, as I explained before. Let me put some effects here. Let me make it a little darker. Yeah. And just putting a light shade over there, because it looks like the eyeball has some spherical feeling, because whenever you see a spear is not always plain, there is some shadows at the corner. So just give some shadows and don't touch the middle area of the eyeball. I want this a little bit perfect, so I'm just making it a little dark and blend it there. This is what I said, I'll touch it at the end. So make sure the hair feels like it's coming out of the skin, so put a little C. Now that is done, so let's concentrate on the skin below your eye. Give a small shade over there and hold your pencil parallel and just follow the pattern what you have followed for the lower eyelash. Just give a light amount of shading on that, don't overdo it. If you overdo it, it's gonna look bad. So always know this one point, since the nose is front and eyes is a little bit behind, so the shadow always falls on the nose bone towards the eyes. So it's like the shadow is darker towards the nose region and always lighter going away from it. So make sure you do this. So give a little bit dark at the left side, the starting point of your eye, because it's inside the nose bone, and give a little bit light shading effect here. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. And I'm just using my hand to blend that. This looks kind of natural. I'm not satisfied a little, so I'm going to give here a slight amount of shading. This will not make much difference, but this is going to give you the effect of some natural eye. Thank you very much, and please subscribe.